What the fuck are y'all doing here? The Pokemon Sun and Moon new trailer came out. Nigga, I'm picking Rowlet. Come on. But that's beside the point. If you're here, you either living under a rock and didn't hear about the Pokemon trailer, or you don't give a shit about Pokemon and you're here for Yu-Gi-Oh, which I can respect that. Welcome, guys. It is your boy, Kale Alec. I changed my name for various reasons. I had the CmanderxViral for since probably like 2012, and I just got sick of it. It was really unprofessional. 15-year-old me made that back when I fucking loved Gurren Lagann. I mean, I still do, but if I'm coming back to this channel, I want to make it somewhat less cringy for you to guys watch my videos. Today we have Kale's Bad Decks. Kale's Bad Decks. You got Lightsworns. Now, I ran this deck. Oh, man. I had this deck since, like, the structure deck came out. I was just like, hey, I should build Lightsworns. And then I had a little Lightsworn things, and the structure deck came out, and I'm like, fuck it. Let's buy 3 of those. And then I ended up blinging the whole deck out anyway. I have this deck IRL. I've been testing it out here on DevPro. It's not bad. I'm not going to say my build is the best, because it's really not. That's why this is called Kale's Bad Decks. But let's get into it, some of the choices I make, and I'll explain why. So, you got your 3 JD. I don't need to explain that. If you need explanation on why you need Judgment Dragon in this deck, you've clearly never played against or played Lightsworns in your life. 3 Gores, because you need all the hand traps you can get, because this deck runs no traps, because as the title, or as the thumbnail said, traps are for pussies. Which is a true statement in this day and age. You ain't never seen no decks run no traps. Unless it's 3 strike and 1 warning, there ain't no traps in anyone's decks anymore. We got the 2 Wolf, 3's Cloggy. I find myself drawing into some of these sometimes too, and it fucking sucks. But, when you can, mill these are great. Garoth, just because he's a target. Different name. Jane, same thing. He gets the attack bonus when he attacks, and if you're out a Lightsworn, he's okay. Raiden, he's your tuner of the deck. 3 of them. He mills 2 during your main phase. He gets 200 attack for every Lightsworn he milled with this effect. And then just during your end phase, he sends 2. So he's not a bad card. He's actually pretty good. He's a level 4 tuner, and those are always much appreciated. 3 Lilas, she's your MST of the deck, not on summon, but when you summon her, switch her to defense, pop an opponent's back row. She's not bad. And then another name. Trick Clown, you can bump this up to 3, I'm only running 2, I find 2 is fine. Just when he's sent to grave on the send, you pay 1,000, special summon him in defense mode, or even your hat tricker over here, but really you're just going to summon him. Comes out with 0 attack and defense, that doesn't matter, you're either going to synchro with him or exceed with him. Aaron the Lightsworn Monk. I play this because it's another name, and also I had a match against Super Heavies, and they busted out. I don't fucking know, whatever their biggest synchro is. This thing attacked it in defense mode, return it right back to the extra deck. This shit's great. If it attacks a defense position monster before any damage calc, just shuffle it back to deck. It's great. That I had that Super Heavy player pissing himself because of this card. Phalis, because she's another name. Also, when she's sent by monster effect to grave, you can special summon her. I don't approve of furries. Down with furries. But this card's really good. 2 Honest, because, we have 2 Honest now, so why not abuse him? 1 Hat Tricker. I tried running 2, but you brick pretty hard if you draw into your Hat Trickers. You don't brick. Let me rephrase that. You brick if you draw into more than 1 opening hand. Because he's only good if you have 2 or more monsters on the field, and that's really all you're going to use him for. So I only run 1. I tried 2, and it was a little less consistent. 3 Luminas, because you discard like your Necro Gardenas or your Trick Clowns, or just any other Lightsworn to summon a level 4 Lightsworn, level 4 lower Lightsworn from grave. Minerva, she can search out JD. I never use that effect. When she's sent from deck to grave, though, I think is it just deck? No, if it's sent from hand or deck to grave, You just mill one card. And that can just help you with your extra mill. You know, if it's that wolf, if it's that young wolf that makes that perfect play, that's good. 3 Necro Gardener because traps are for pussies. 2 Effect Veiler because traps are for pussies. 3 Solar Recharge because why not run, you know, 3 Pot of Greed Lightsworns style. You draw 2 cards and you mill 2 cards. There's really no downside to this card. Soul Charge. This card's debatable. I keep it in here because you can make big plays, you just can't attack. So I mean, it kind of stops OTKs, but I mean, at least you have a safe board when you use it. Monster Reincarnation because if you get those 3 JDs engraved by milling, you're gonna want to fucking kill yourself. So you just like discard your Trick Clown or you discard whatever you're not using in your hand to get back your JD, and then you summon it. Foolish because it's good. Send a wolf directly, send a Trick Clown directly, you get a free summon. Charge of the Light Brigade because, like I said, why not run 2 if we have access to 2 of them? You send top 3 cards and you get a level 4 lower Lightsworn from deck to hand. This will help you with your inconsistency problems. Also, milling, you know, never hurts this deck really. And then my extra deck choices: Star Eater because this big motherfucker is good. You have Raiden, you have Raiden, you have Illumina, and you have any other level 4 on the field. You synchro into this, and your opponent generally starts shitting themselves because they can't negate the synchro summon. When it's synchro summoned, card effects can't be activated, and if he attacks, he's unaffected by other card effects until the end of the damage step. So he's a generally good beat stick monster. 3200, he's not bad. Scarlight. I used to run Hot Red, then Scarlight came out, and I was like, yo, fuck Hot Red. Scarlight's way better. He destroys as many special summon monsters your opponent controls, deal 500 for each. Scrap Dragon. You can honestly swap this out with, like, one of the new Stardust cards, or a Stardust Dragon, really. Because you have Scarlight, but I find this card a little helpful. I keep it in here just because. Michael, you can run 2 of these, but I don't run 2. Pay 1,000, banish 1 card on the field, and then his other junky effects with Lightsworns. Clearwing, because Clearwing's good. I might put a Crystal Wing in here, but I really don't see it working in this deck too well. You're feel free to test it out if you want. Goyo, because he's a good generic level 6, either that or Red Wyvern. I like Goyo better personally. Armides, he's a good level 5. You can go into level 5, it's necessarily easy. Also, when he attacks, he's an honest target. So this plus honest equals wreckage, because when he attacks, you know, spell and trap cards can't be activated. Or just card effects. I run Utopia the Lightning, because this card is fucking good. So that means I run 1 Utopia, 1 Utopia Ray, and then Lightning. Generally, people quit matches when they see this card come out. It's really good. Constellar Omega, in case you want a kind of invulnerable, just rank 4 beater. Honor Arc, just because it's Honor Arc, I'd replace this with something else if you really could. Giant Hand, because Giant Hand is Giant Hand. Castell, because Castell. And then Dante, because he mills and he gets attack bonuses for it. Honestly, Dante's a really good staple, rank 3 in any deck nowadays. I'd replace the Omega or Honor Arc for another rank 3, but honestly, Dante's really the only rank 3. Maybe 2 Dante if you really want to. I only run the 1, because I don't find myself going into it that often. Your only level 3s of the deck are Lumina and Minerva, and I mean, if you want to summon your Necro Gardener, you can, but like, what the hell's wrong with you? Some other suggestions I can make for the deck. If you want, you could run the Glow Up Bulb. I did for a while, but I found myself drawing into it more than anything else, and that's not helpful. You could also go for let's see, let's do some suggestions here. So you could run the Glow Up. I don't. I found it inconsistent. You could run the Raikou. I used to run the Raikou, but I mean, I never really found myself setting in this deck or needing to. He's not bad, but I mean, I wouldn't run him. The Max C's, I would put this in my side deck, if anything else. Because, you know, it's not a bad card. I'll probably run it side deck. Yo, if you want to waste $2,000 or if you want to win a tournament, you can run the Minerva. Only reason I don't run the Minerva is because I'm a broke ass motherfucker and don't have money for that shit. On here, it's perfectly fine, but I tend to make my deck profiles on here accurate to what I have in real life. What else could you fucking run in this deck? The red wyvern. Yeah, look, you can run the red wyvern as a generic level 6 synchro. You could run the crystal wing. Yeah, you could run the crystal wing. You can run the other hat tricker. You could run, man, like, I don't even know. A lot of the Lightsworns cards are bad. Just like spell cards, I mean. Like, let's see what other Lightsworns shit they have. Yeah, Sanctuary's bad. Saber's bad. If we had this in the TCG, I would definitely use it. Barrier's bad. A lot of the other Lightsworns aren't that great either. I used to run Celestia, but I mean, it's a tribute summon, so I mean, yeah, she pops 2 cards your opponent controls, but she targets, so I mean, that's really not that great. Also, you're gonna usually get over monsters anyway with JD, and Lila takes care of back row, so I mean, I don't see the need for the Celestia anymore. But yeah, this is pretty much this concludes first episode of Kale's Bad Decks. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions, if you guys think you're fucking better than me, then give me some suggestions, because like I said, this is a bad deck that I try to make good and playable, and I don't think this deck's that bad. I've gone online and I have an average ratio of like, I go 5-3 with this deck sometimes on a good day. But yeah, Lightsworns, obviously, you know, they're not going to top any events, they're not going to top any YCS, you're not going to top with this deck. This deck's just for fun. Take it to your locals, see how you do with it. Or just test it on Dev Pro. Make people quit when they see the lightning. Thunderstruck. Anyway, this has been Kale Alec with my first episode, new episode of Bad Decks. Hit that like button, subscribe. Pokemon Sun and Moon forever. Fuck you doing on this channel. Go watch that new trailer.